here at the Troy Traffic Jam in Michigan. It's an annual show, and for the last 2 years we've been really blessed with, yeah, it's warm, but the humidity's not too bad today and no rain. So yeah, let me do a quick run through of some of the vehicles, and I'll give a shout out to Cruisin' Media. If you live in Southeast Michigan, or actually Michigan in general, they have their website, they have a lot of, great listing of every car show imaginable. I don't think they miss a beat on any of them. So you're going to see a lot of, domestic car companies, GM, Ford, Chrysler, everything from the, first gen Mustangs to first and only gen Pintos. Running through here. And I did a live TikTok earlier of this. So I'm going to try and zip through, give you a sense of the cars here. You'll see hot rods like this Ford V8. It's a 1934. This is a Factory 5 Daytona. And I did another video over there. You can see just on the opposite side. They don't organize the event highly, so when you're setting up, not always do you get the right vehicles together. This one really should be over by the other Factory 5s over there. Factory 5 is a company most known for its AC Cobra kits, but this is the Daytona Coupe kit as well, which is really stunning. It's a closed top versus an open top, and just a fantastic car. Really, the thing about this one, when you see one from the back, it is fantastic and very, very distinctive. Some beefy tires on there. You got some custom and heritage vehicles, the Monte Carlo from the early 2000s with the 3800. And they don't do many official pace car versions anymore, probably because most people, I don't know, I guess Indy car racing has lost its luster. Although you're going to see a lot of race cars in this. Here's a 71 Mach 1. So I had a 69, and then in 70 they just changed the headlights, and then 71 they went to this newer body style. Most of the chassis underneath was the same, so I think it's generally considered the same generation, but the body is completely different. Go down here, this Javelin. What year is this? In 1973? And I'll probably botch the name, but there's a video series on AMC, something like the last great independent car company. It's a 5 or 6 part series. Go check it out. Look for it on YouTube. Last great independent car company, something like that. The history of AMC. The series I finished just talked about the Gremlin and Pacer coming out and how important that was to them. And the Pacer was actually quite popular, but they talked about the alcohol and drug abuse in the plant during that time period. And customers would sometimes go back to the dealer and say, there are beer cans under the front seat of my brand new car. Yeah, that happens. I did a video on this one, so if you want to give a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, you'll get details about this, my favorite race car of all time. Swing down here. Not all are American cars. Here's a nice example of a Honda Prelude. There's a new Prelude coming out. I saw some videos in my feed. I haven't watched any of them yet, explaining the differences or explaining the new Prelude coming out, as well as some cars that are just after the post-war. Actually, this is pre-war. This is a 1939. It's actually a LaSalle. I guess you'd call it Cadillac LaSalle. The owner knows better than I do. But LaSalle was a sub-brand for Cadillac. Cadillac was very successful, but they wanted to keep Cadillac as the premium offering, and LaSalle became their more affordable option. After World War II, the LaSalle brand wasn't really necessary anymore.
Pedal car sponsor nostalgic
This would be a
If you want to watch the kids,
Gen 1 Corvette. So the first Corvette had front headlights, two front headlights that were covered by a grille. And then they modified the look to give it the four headlights. And that went up right up to 1963 with the split window Corvette. Like I said, you see some more race cars. I did a video on Chase Classic Motors, and I got to stop by and say hi to Ross. But you should check out their website or check out their YouTube channel. I'm guessing they're on other social media channels too. He does vintage police cars and other vehicles like that, ambulances, and really cool stuff. And hopefully I don't get flagged for music violation. I might have to do a delete. This is somebody who took a 1981 Corvette and made it into a speed racer looking vehicle with Chim Chim, right? Chim Chim on the top. I believe that's correct. You have a General Lee, which accurately is beat up and covered in dirt because most of them went through that. I'm going to skip through here because otherwise the music is too loud. So here you could see this is a 1950 Mercury, and I want you to take a look at this because you're going to see another one over on the other side with a very different front end, and it's more of a custom build. Here we have a Gen 2 Corvette. This is a 1971. And this is my favorite body style, quite honestly. If I were to try and get one, this would be on the shopping list. And I like the metallic finish on this. Oh, it says 72. Okay. And it's got the T-tops. This is a design shop that's showing off. It's a good example of the mid-2000s Ford GT that came back, as well as the new Ford GT. V8 powered, supercharged V8 powered, and twin-turbo V6 powered. See some of the differences. I mean, extensive differences. This one, the buttresses that connect the side pods there like a race car. Well, basically it's a street legal race car. There, of course, are going to be some hot rods. Plenty of custom Corvettes. These are C8s or Gen 8 Corvettes. And I'm going to cut through here. See a Lotus Esprit over there. Came through earlier. That one, according to the write-up, is the four-cylinder turbocharged. That was the original engine they used. It's a Nomad, probably, right? Yeah, Chevy Nomad. A little bit of a drop to it. Cool wheels on it. Great paint finish. Let's take a look inside this one. I dig the Chevrolet script. Remember I talked about the 50 Mercury? This is a 50 Mercury also. Except this one has been modified and customized. So no hood ornament. There's no vertical pieces. If you do subscribe to my channel, you may have seen an interview with the owner of this at an earlier show. I'm starting to recognize cars. This is crazy. Corvette C8. Lots of Mustangs. And actually, some Indy cars. The AMC. It's a 2015 IndyCar, a 2006. This looks like a 90s. Let me see, 1991. Kind of lost interest in IndyCar, maybe in the 2000s. But this generation, it still was really meaningful in terms of sports that I watch. And a 1995. Now I'm going to force you to look at a car you may have zero interest in, but this is a Plymouth Valiant. And I find it meaningful because we had one of these. Actually, ours was a 67, I believe. And this is a much later one. This is a 74. Yeah, 1974. And the reason why this car is still around on the road today, slant six engine. You can't destroy these things. It's like the Terminator. Nah, I shouldn't say that, but they do have a great reputation. And yeah, the car we had, I wouldn't say it was reliable, but any problems with it, the engine was not one of them. We even had a brown color, but not with the gold vinyl roof. Let's take a look on the inside. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it brings back memories. I don't remember having cars. Well, this is a 74. Ours is a 67. I didn't remember rear car seats. But maybe they were just stuffed in the seats and mom and dad were like, yeah, just shut up and hold on. Some older race car examples of Indy cars. There's a 1924. And Thunderbird. It's a good example. Thunderbird started off as a small two-seat sport car, not a sports car like a small British Roadster, but like an American version of it. And then it grew into larger 2+2 type two-door coupes. Again, I'm going to sneak through here because YouTube will sometimes flag if music's playing in the background and tell you can't post that video. And it's like, well, I didn't have much control over it. Nice. Well, here's an interesting piece of history. This is a 2005 Chevy SSR. This is the this has the 6-liter V8, which was more of the performance version of it. These didn't sell all that well. They weren't very well received. It is a pickup truck. I mean, there is some storage back there, but not much. Most of it was for the hardtop. The flagpoles are. And it's a couple of examples like of retro styling. It's kind of tried to look like a modern version of a 40s. Check out the pedal car race here. Just a moment. And we'll come down the home stretch. Another Edsel. So Edsel wasn't just one model. It was a brand. And you could see it had a look that was different than the rest of its contemporaries. It was trying to stand out. And, you know, there are some cars from the 50s that I look at and go, I don't like that. And at the time in the 50s, yeah, the people in the 50s didn't like this either. Kind of sad because Edsel was Henry Ford's only son and died before Henry. So he never got a chance to take over the legacy of his father's company. And then later on, in honor of him, they named a new brand, a new innovative brand that was supposed to attract new buyers. And it turned out to be the Edsel, and it was a dismal flop. So wasn't around to worry about that, though. This is some kind of custom self-built. If you want to call it a motorcycle, you could, but it's technically got 4 wheels. And I'm not even sure at how you sit on it. Look at that. It's got motor, belt drive, chain drive. It's got another sprocket on the other side, but no chain. So I'm wondering.
So the instructions.
Probably just it had it. Maybe that way it's the same symmetrical wheel on each side. I'll try to stop by later on to see it actually drive away.
Get into your machines. Let's get ready to go.
Coming down the home stretch. Here's a Ghia Roadster. I was at a car show Italian happening last week, and I did some videos on that. They had a different Ghia. So like as in Carmen Ghia. Ghia was the design house. See the Ghia crest. Maybe recognizable. And they would style and build the bodies for various manufacturers. Cool Mercedes. This is an AMG. It doesn't say it's a AMG, so it's just a 1994. Coming down the home stretch. I got to run off to a different event, and then I'm going to come back here, hopefully to catch a drive off and startup of these vehicles. If you enjoyed this, give it a like. Thanks for watching.